Hi everyone, I am Marga Fair, Mrs. Fair, and I am expecting baby number 4 for those who haven't watched before. I have 3 daughters, Rachel, Rosie, and Kendra, and we are going to go Team Green for this one, but we are kind of pretty sure what we're having. We're thinking girl, so yeah. Anyway. I did not do a week 25 update. I did not do a week 26 update really, but we've been having kind of a lot going on, and also our internet was really slow. So I was like, why take the time to make a video when it is very unlikely to upload? And so anyway, now our internet has gotten better the past few days, a bit better at least. The Rachel's birth video, it took me more than 24 hours to upload that. So, yeah. And, but my husband said next time, he was just gonna buy me a short-term, like, around here we can buy a 15 peso plan that lasts 2 hours, like, you have 2 hours of fast internet. So he said that's what we're going to do this next time. So, and I think it's worth it because, yeah. And maybe do that in the evening or so. So he can use the Wi-Fi too. I can just turn on a hotspot and he can use some faster Wi-Fi too. Anyway, so yeah, I had a tooth infection a while back. I had a lot of stuff coming up. I've had an ultrasound lately. I did have an appointment with the dentist. I did get a go-ahead from my gynecologist to have the tooth extracted, and then when I made the appointment and went to my appointment for the dentist for pulling out the tooth, he said he preferred not doing it on pregnant women, especially since my tooth had been without an infection for about 2 weeks, so it was more likely to be controllable, which I agree with, because with my oldest daughter, when I had the infection, it came back constantly. I was on antibiotics, I finished those, and just like that, it was back. So, my nose is tickly. Anyway, I had how many treatments? I'm not even sure how many treatments I did before I was 20 weeks, so I could have my tooth extracted that time. And also he said my gums, since they were still quite red and easily bleed, he said he preferred the option of just managing the infection, just like making sure it didn't come back during this pregnancy, and removing the tooth post-pregnancy after I gave birth. So that's what we agreed upon right now. And plus, he said, since I was not relaxed, and I am not, they terrify me. I was laying there already. He had the instruments out and everything. He said, if you want, and I wanted it removed. I really did, because I know I'll be terrified later too, and the risk of infection coming back and everything. I still wanted it removed. I was laying there, and he was saying, okay, but since you aren't really seeming to relax that much, and if you're having to work so hard on it, I think it is also better and safer then to just go ahead and not do it, and wait till after the pregnancy. So, because of risk of more bleeding from the tooth infection, and just increases the risks if I am that scared. And I am. Like, I have had a tooth removed during pregnancy, and that dentist, this one seems very gentle, and he has had dental work done, so he said he would be as gentle and careful as possible, and he would make sure it wouldn't hurt me. But that other one, he just grabbed my mouth and grabbed it out, so memories, too much. And still terrified for after, but still. Anyway, that's a while off, hopefully. Unless I have, every 2 weeks I'm supposed to come in for a checkup again, so if it looks like the infection might be coming back, I will have to get it removed. Or if I start noticing discomfort, like before I even get like heavy pain or something, if I notice discomfort, We were supposed to make an appointment, come and have it checked out, and if it looked like the infection was coming back, out goes the tooth. Yeah, so hopefully not. Anyway, and at my gynecologist appointment, we had an ultrasound and everything, so, and I don't know if you remember at my last appointment, the baby measured 10 days behind on growth, so that hadn't really changed this time, so the gynecologist kind of wanted to make my due date 10 days behind, like for September 12th, and I don't really wanna. Like, the baby, it's still normal size, even though it's a little bit, it's on the lower end, on the smaller end of things for this point in pregnancy. It's still normal, and the baby looked great and everything. And the doctor also said, like, I had been still nursing about 6 weeks-ish ago, so that made a difference too, and that the baby could be a bit of a smaller size, and I wasn't using vitamins because they made me puke so bad. Even now, like tablets, they still make me puke bad. So the other day I thought of it, and I don't know why I didn't think of it before. So if I would have done it before. Anyway, I bought a liquid candy tasting vitamin for kids that has folic acid, that has iron, that has a lot of vitamins, and just a great vitamin. So yeah, and I've been using that one for almost 2-ish weeks, but still, like, I didn't use it until now, so that I think that highly explains why the baby is a bit smaller, because I told her I know exactly when I ovulated. That is not the correct due date for me, and I don't want to go overdue just because I still have time or something. I'm not comfortable. I don't want to risk the baby, and especially not with a family member last year they gave her they pushed her due date up, so 2 weeks, and later they learned, like, according to her new due date, she was just over 38 weeks when she gave birth, and they later learned the baby was premature and still had not fully developed its lungs, so they could have avoided things, possibly some things, but the baby had some other issues. The baby ended up dying 3 days later, so that just makes me think I am not comfortable pushing my due date around, especially not when I am 100% sure I know when I ovulated, because the day I ovulated, the reason I took a test was because I almost fainted twice in one day, and that is not like me. I was sitting on the chair and I was like really focusing on a point to not fall off of the chair. So I was sitting and I was almost fainting. I was not doing anything strenuous or anything, so I know 100% when I ovulated, so I am not comfortable pushing my due date for those reasons. Plus, me and my husband, we're not big people. I have lately gained a bit more weight, but I'm not a tall person. I'm only, well, depending on which converter I use on Google, I am 5'3" or 5'4", so not that big, not that tall. And so yeah. Anyway, oh, I hadn't even showed you my belly yet. Got the camera a bit closer today, so yeah, sure have grown, right? Anyway, at my appointment, I also learned that I gained 12.2 kilos now, which is an approximate of 26 pounds, and yeah, I'm gaining weight nicely now. Plus, my hands are pretty chubby. As you can see, I am not wearing a wedding ring, even though I'm married. That's because I had my original wedding ring, which fit me a teensy tiny little bit loose. Then I bought a bigger one that was like, the original one was like 17. Of the smaller numbers, I don't know what that exactly is called. Anyway, so at a cheap store, since I'm more comfortable wearing a ring, I bought a bigger one that was 19, so that's from those sizes, 2 sizes up, and that one is also too small on me now, so I haven't gotten around to buying a bigger ring yet, but I told my husband, like, as soon as next time I get around to buying a ring, I am buying like a few sizes, like the size that fits me at that moment nicely, and a bigger size, because apparently they are poofing up. So and so yeah, so sorry for not making a video before, and hopefully you don't mind too much, but I will try to be on track for this for the entire time from now on. And yeah, I'll just try to more pre-upload them or something, or yeah, do the packages, minutes, and the internet packages, just in case, so that I know I can upload them. So, because our signal here has been terrible, and yeah. Other than that, oh yeah, I've had Braxton Hicks. Like, remember I told you back in week, I think 21, that I'd had Braxton Hicks basically every day, and then they were, like, after week 21, they were like gone. I here and there, like one or two Braxton Hicks, like 1 or 2 tightenings during the week, and then nothing. And then my midwife's appointment, I told my midwife, like, I had Braxton Hicks in between, but they were gone now. Like, I had basically zero Braxton Hicks anymore. And what do you know? After I leave the appointment, a few days later, I make the video, still nothing. And it was like the next day or the day after that. And I was pretty constantly getting them. So, yeah. And up to hours a few times. And there's been 2 times where I wasn't quite sure. Is this early labor and I'm going to be in active labor soon? Or what's up with all these Braxton Hicks? Because I was getting back achy and I was like really breathing through them and everything. Not active labor yet, but pretty close. Good morning, morning bug. Rachel woke up. And so, yeah. You want to say hi?
Hi.
And her hair is all poofy. Number. Where was I at? Oh, so yeah. And now the last few days I haven't had them as bad anymore, so that has been good. I've had varicose veins problems throughout my pregnancy, and lately I haven't noticed them as much. Like, I told my husband, maybe it's the naps I'm taking after lunch, like actually laying down a bit more even than I did before, like, and although, like, around those hours I can work more these days, which makes me so happy. For a while, like when I had those Braxton Hicks, I barely did the necessities in the house, and which not always included dishes. And that even though I have a dishwasher. So I was happy when I made food and did laundry and stuff. But that was while I was having Braxton Hicks, and like they were like after lunch for a few hours and every single day. So, but they have let up now. My veins have gotten better apparently, because I think must have to do with taking nice baths in the bathtub a bit more often, like treating myself to them, just sitting there relaxing and whatnot, and taking naps. So, and there's my other morning bug. Yeah. Yeah, we've had chilly nights for a few times and very warm days. And today I will be making a cough remedy. Getting some honey, ginger, and lemon, and putting that together, letting that sit for a few hours, and then giving them the honey. That takes care of it very fast. Or if you have elderberry syrup with orange peel, that does the trick very, very, very fast too. But I am out of that, and then I need to buy that, and that's a bit pricier. So for the moment, I'm going to first do the honey and the ginger. So, yeah. And they'll feel right as rain very fast. Are you making faces at the camera?
Mm-hmm.
They love stuff like this, so I'm gonna have to make videos more often of them too again. So you did your homeschooling really nicely yesterday.
I did my homeschooling really nicely, yeah.
Was less of a struggle than it has been for a while. For a while it was very, very hard for her to get her to finish her pages that she was supposed to do, and yesterday she actually finished. And
Love you guys, Mommy.
And yeah, so they're doing great. They're learning, and they're mostly focusing on math right now, right? Were you focusing on math? And you got some nice paper doll pages, right?
Yeah.
That Mommy made for you after your homework. They love that.
And Mommy, we sewed some dresses for little Dolly.
Yeah, I made some Barbie dresses. 2 of them, actually.
And the one that has stripes, that one has a pretty decoration.
Some lace. And then there's the red one that's more like a tea gown.
Yeah.
And I have played a lot with them, so I guess I will have to take more time and make a few more for their Barbies. And one of them got decapitated a while back, so we'll have to buy a new one for Kendra because she doesn't have one at the moment. And they do play with them a lot, and then they walk around and they drive in their car and they play in their swimming pool, and they're very entertained, and they think of a lot of things. Like, you'd be surprised what kids see from life at home and how they reenact that with their dolls very often. So that's amazing. And when they have nice dresses on, those Barbies are so pretty, right? Yep. So I guess that's it for my pregnancy update, and I guess a little bit of a household update. That's not nice. We don't stick out tongues. That's rude. For now. Do you want to say something, Rachel? No? Did you like the peas Mommy made for dinner yesterday? You did? Okay. Kendra loved the peas. This one? But she did have to eat a little bit, right? To taste them. And so yeah. See you all next week, or in a little bit less than a week because this video is late again too. So then, or for our next birth story video, because that one will be coming out Saturday or Sunday. So yeah. Are you trying to talk like a baby? Silly girls in the morning. And Kendra woke up too, so I have the house fully awake and everything. So bye everyone. You want to say bye too? No?
Bye.
Okay. We'll comb your hair next. Yeah. See you later. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Subscribe and like the video. And comment like what other stuff you would like to see. Like, yeah, there was a lady who did mention to me in person that she would like to see more day-to-day life. So I don't know if everybody would like to see that too. That would be a bit bigger effort on my part than this is currently. But yeah. Anyway, if you want to see more day-to-day life other than pregnancy updates, comment if you watch this far.